Hi there, welcome to my channel Technical Intercepts. Today in this video I'll be talking about binary number system. It is a numeral system for counting, and it is a known fact that our computer understands everything in binary. It means it takes down everything in its mind in binary, that is zeros and ones. If you give an information to a computer, it will take that information in the form of zeros and ones. You might be getting a doubt here that when we already have a very good number system called decimal number system and a very good technique called tally for counting, then why is that our computer only opt for binary? To know this, let us first know what is decimal number system and what is tally. Tally is a simple technique to count things. For example, if you have one apple, you can represent that count as a one strike line in tally, like here. If you have two apples, you can strike two lines in tally. If you have three apples, you can strike three lines to represent your count in tally. If you have five apples, you can represent those five apples as your count value as four lines, and the fifth line goes over the four lines. 1, 2, 3, 4, and this line over those four lines as 5. It means you have total 5 apples here. But what if you don't have an apple? It means if you don't have anything to count, you don't have any special symbol in tally to represent that. That is the failure of tally. When it comes to decimal number system, it's a very good number system to represent huge counting. It counts things exponentially in powers of 10. Then, if it is so good, then why is that our computer is not choosing decimal number system? This is because of the physical limitations of a computer. What is that physical limitation? You know about transistors. Transistors are thought as the building component of our computer. CPU is considered as the mind of computers, and that CPU is made up of millions and billions of transistors. And that transistor is a small electronic component that takes a weak electric charge to represent only two states, that is active high and active low. It means it can only become on or off but not both. So when we have only two states, that's why we need only two numbers to represent that active high and active low. And that two numbers are 1 and 0. 1 for active high and 0 for active low. That's the reason why computers opted for binary number system. Binary number system is a number system whose base value is 2 and which can take values only zeros and ones. A simple understanding or analogy, you can say here that a transistor is thought as a bit here. It means in digital electronics, bit means either 0 or 1, but transistor can be thought as a bit because it represents only two states, active high or active low. Then how is that possible that if a computer understands things only in binary, then if you write anything on your computer screen or through the input devices, the computer processes those scripts very well and gives you the answer. For example, if you are typing what is the capital of India, the computer gives you with the search results. How is that it is also taking things not in binary? This is because of the standard called ASCII. ASCII is a character encoding standard which gives a special character to a byte. For example, if you type A on the computer screen through any input device, that A will be translated by ASCII to the computer in the form of zeros and ones. So the value of A that the computer will take is 0, 1, 00, 0001. It means these many transistors somewhere in deep in the processor are getting on, off, on, off. 0 means the transistor is getting off and 1 means the transistor is getting on the CPU. Earlier, our computers were supporting microprocessors only of 8-bit, and those computers were very slow in processing instructions and giving you back the result. Now, after the 8-bit, 16-bit microprocessor came, and then 32-bit microprocessors came, and now we are in an era of 64-bit OS. Which means 64-bit operating system supports microprocessor which can access up to 2 to the power of 64 address lines in RAM or physical memory. Is the place where your temporary data gets stored. So in general perception, what we are getting from here is that you can load huge amount of information into the computer, and the computer will simply take in and process it very fast and give you the results within fraction of seconds without your computer or OS getting hanged. Even you can do multitasking with the 64-bit OS. 64-bit OS can support 8 GB of RAM, to which you can store your data in a temporary form. To your understanding, a bit means either 0 or 1. Nibble means 4 bits, that is combinations of either zeros and ones, that is only 4 bits. Byte means 8 bits. Word means 16 bits or 2 bytes, or double word means 32 bits or 2 words. Now we are in an era of our OS supporting double word microprocessor. Let us see the convergence of binary to other base or radix conversions. Binary to decimal. Now in binary to decimal, if you have a binary value like this 101.001, in this conversion each bit will be multiplied with its positional weights, and then you have to summate all those products. Summation of products of number with its positional weight. For example, 1 is multiplied with its positional weight, that is 2 power 0. 0 is multiplied with its positional weight 2 power 1. 1 is again multiplied with its positional weight 2 square. And after all those multiplication is done, you have to summate, or you have to add all those values like this. And in the fractional part, you have to carry out that multiplication going from MSB to LSB. That is 0 is multiplied with the 2 power minus 1 plus 0 is multiplied with 2 power minus 2 plus 1 is multiplied with 2 power minus 3. And do the summation of integer part and fractional part. After the multiplication is done, multiplication and summation is done, you will get value 4 plus 0 plus 1 point 0 plus 0 plus 1 by 8. You will get a value 5.125 base 10, subscript 10. Now this is the binary to decimal conversion. The only rule of law here is just multiply each binary digit with its positional weight and then do the summation. In the integer part, you have to go from LSB to MSB, and in the fractional part, you have to go from MSB to LSB. And you just submit all those values, you will get a value, and that value represents a decimal value. Let us see another type of conversion, that is binary to octal. In binary to octal, you have to group each 3-bit packet. For example, you have an example here of binary. Now in this example, just group from LSB to MSB. Group 3 bits each at a time, and in fractional part, group each 3 bits from MSB to LSB, like I did here. I grouped 3 bits and I represented with group 1 in the integer part and represented with group 2 in the, that is group 2 also in the integer part, and in the fractional part I group this as a 1 and group as this 2 going from MSB to LSB, and I wrote the equivalent values of those groups. For example, 0 0 1 is 1, 1 1 0 is 6. It is a best practice to remember these values. 0 0 0 means 0, 0 0 1 1, 0 1 0 2, 3 0 1 1, 1 0 0 is 4, 1 0 1 is 5, 1 1 0 is 6, 1 1 1 is 7. You just remember these values so that you can do fast calculations in your competitive exam. If at all you don't know these values, just again multiply these bits with its positional weights. You will get the value 61.76, that is an octal equivalent of this binary number. Now in binary to hexadecimal, you have to follow the same rule as you followed in octal, but here with a little change. Instead of grouping 3 bits at a time, group 4 bits here. In the integer part, go from LSB to MSB, and in the fractional part, go from MSB to LSB. And write down the equivalent values of those groups bits, 4 bits in hexadecimal. Like I did here, I took this example and I just grouped them in 4 bits. This is group 1, group 2, and this is in fractional part again group 1, group 2. This group 1 equivalent value in hexadecimal is 1010 means A, that is 10. You know well that hexadecimal will take values 0 to 9, and again after 9 you don't have to write 10. You have to write A, B, C, D, E, F. That is 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. It will take values up to 0 to F. That is total values up to 16. That's why the subscript 16 we write here. Now 1010 means A, 0101 means 5 in hexadecimal, 1100 is C, 1101 is D. C equivalent value is 12, D equivalent value is 13. Now this total value in hexadecimal is 5A.CD. These are the conversions in binary to other base or radix conversions. I hope you might have cleared some of your doubts. If you like my video, then please subscribe to my channel and please keep watching my channel for further videos. Thank you.